What's up, everybody? Today we are just going to play some 3-minute Blitz games. We'll be playing with an increment. I looked at tournaments, didn't seem like there were any good ones to play right now. So instead, we're just going to jump into some random online games. Yeah, let's get into it. Make sure everything is good to go. Let's see, can I adjust that? Hopefully that worked. All right, go G6. G6 is typically what I play against anything other than E4. On E4, I play the Sicilian, and still typically end up playing G6. Here we'll go D6. Rated just over 1700 right now. Bishop G5 seems like kind of a strange move since I haven't even brought my knight out yet. Let's go and play H6. Anticipating H4. Definitely counted as a win if the bishop goes back, which, yeah, that move is ideal. We'll bring the knight out now. Got a little bit of T. I'll stay awake here. Let's go knight C6. D5. Probably just knight E5. Here I will hit the knight. We will take, and I'm sure black is going to look for some type of attack. I'm surprised. I feel like typically, it seems like white's playing pretty aggressively here. Typically they would take with the G-pawn to potentially open up their rook down this file, which I would be fine with because I haven't really even committed to castling either way yet. Move I'm considering is knight d7. Open up a double attack on this. Possibly just push the pawn at that point, which I would be okay with. I think we're going to start with that. We'll hit this pawn. Just backs the bishop again. Call that a small victory here. I'm going to go e6 next, open up the queen. So it looks like black is planning to castle kingside. Thinking about e5. I think I like that move. On pushes, I'm fine just dropping the knight back to e7. Seems like I actually got the mouse speed right today, so won't be moving too slow, hopefully. Increment should help with that as well. So here I'm thinking about f5. Black certainly could just castle queenside. f5, f4 would at least right now threaten to trap the bishop. Let's play aggressive. We'll go f5. White could push f4 preemptively to stop me from pushing f4. I'd probably just go e4 at that point. I'm already down a minute, which I did not realize until just now. It is a little bit later. Probably only play 4 or 5 games tonight. So I believe this just loses the bishop. Knight protects g6. Yep, I think so. And then after takes twice, I'm thinking just rook f8. I also like the idea. Let's go knight e5 first. We'll threaten the bishop. Develop the knight a little bit more, make it do something. Could even push here if I wanted to. That pawn is hanging. There is the check here after, though. Queen would take at the end. It's not necessarily ideal. I'm thinking about bumping the queen up just so I can castle. I think I am liking that idea right now. White can still castle either way, which It says white disconnected. And they're back. All right, 38 seconds. We got to speed up a little bit here. I'd love to get this fork in if I can get the bishop to move somehow. Possibly knight f5. Give white the chance to take if they want to. Okay. So here I'm going to go ahead and castle. I'd love to start pushing these pawns. That pawn is still hanging. Let's go rook here first. See where that queen wants to go. Thought here is that maybe I'll take next move. Here I'm fine taking. Knight's pinned. I'd be pretty happy to just bounce it back. I don't think white really has any threats of discoveries. Let's go knight here. I'll go ahead and pre-move takes. 20 seconds, got to speed up. We have the increment. I think I have a pretty good position here, so certainly not one I want to give up easily. Probably bounce the knight back on the next move. Would expect white to probably try to move the rook out of the way. Trying to hold in a sneeze right now. Oh, looks like white disconnected again. Please help me make up some time on the clock. There we go. White does move the rook. White could just push here, but I'd probably just drop back again. I'm a little bit surprised by that move. Let's go g5. On rook here, probably just king d8. We'll go the same thing here. Fine with check, and I prefer white to lead with the queen, because then on moving, it'll be the rook hitting it. Works out in my favor anyways. Let's jump the knight in again. Then let's go knight d2 and try and hit this bishop. We'll take, I'm fine with that. Being as low as I am on time, let's bump the king up, go rook c8. Okay, that's a miss. Not much I can do about that one, but that's all right. Go here. Okay, I think white missed that I could take there. Not a great sequence for me, but I think white misplayed that. I think white had some better options. Expecting to double up. Let's go here. I'd be more than happy to trade the queen for 2 rooks. Okay. Gotta keep moving. That was bad. I misplayed that at the end. Man, alright. Move a little bit faster. Don't get into that much time trouble. Go knight f3. Bishop c4. Here, I think there's a few different options. I kind of like playing a3. It's not a mainline move, I don't think, and it's probably slightly worse than some of the more common moves like d3, d4, but it is a preference of mine. So here sometimes I like to offer the bishop as a trade, especially after black plays h6. I don't really have many good squares otherwise, so we'll go and do that. Excuse me. That's not a move I've seen before. I don't necessarily mind it though. So black has to take with the rook. Do I have anything from knight b5? I don't really think so. Not really any good options to jump in otherwise. Let's bring the queen up. d3, I'll play h3, or d6. We'll go ahead and castle here. Expecting d6. Here, I'll go h3. Don't want to let black kick this knight. Let me jump my knight in. Okay, offering the same trade here. I'll jump my knight in as well. Takes here would be great. But I don't think I'm going to luck out with that one. A lot of times here I look to go knight h4, knight f5 as well. Especially if black does opt to trade their light squared bishop. Okay, here I think I am more than happy to trade. It's an interesting one. So obviously I could take. Takes with the queen, takes again. Probably not gaining too much there. I think instead I'm going to push this pawn. I'm going to try to play a little more offensively. That push is interesting. I don't necessarily mind that at all. And honestly, I'm not sure if I mind letting black take here. I think maybe I'd rather get my rooks into the game. I think that's what I'm going to do. This may backfire, but I don't think I'm opposed to that. I think I have the potential to maybe push these pawns and end up winning. Black really wants to force that trade. Here I think I will. And now I want to go e5. On takes, I'll take with the rook. I think I'll take with the rook. Is there a reason not to? I don't think so. Probably go and double up. Okay. I feel like this should be slightly in my favor. We'll go and double up. Black's pawn on d4 should prevent most of the checks that would come in, at least for right now. I am down a whole minute again. Black brings the rook in. So that does hang a5. And I don't really see a reason not to take it, so I'm going to. If black ever tries to kick the rook, we'll just hit the queen. It does hang this pawn. How do I feel about that? Black takes, I take here. Black doesn't have any checks at that point. I don't love it. Let's protect it for right now. If it pushes again, I just go right back. Not concerned about that. Thinking about the potential of protecting this pawn. It's an interesting one. I don't fully understand queen here. Could always try to force a trade with queen b3. That might be in my favor. Here I'm thinking about trying to go rook e7. Let's force a trade. for the sake of time. Okay. Bring the rook in. Fine with that move. We'll hit the pawn. Interesting. And here I probably don't get away with this. So on d2, I'm going to drop the rook back. Yep. I think I should be holding here. Let's go ahead and hit the pawn. Hit it again. Yep, I just completely missed that one. What was my move there? Man. Not ideal, but we got to do it. Yeah. I feel like that was winning up until a point that I just completely missed. Where is my... We'll go analysis here. Is it frozen? There we go. Okay, so at this point my position was fine, and then that's just a blunder, allowing rook e1. So instead, maybe king f2. That is what it's recommending. Either of those moves, yeah, bring the king in. I just missed the rook e1. There wasn't anything I can do about that. Okay, rough start. Let's hop in another one. If we can at least get our rating back above 1700, that'd be ideal. We've got the Sicilian. Played a couple games earlier today, and was liking the prospect of pushing c4. And I think I'm going to try it here. It's called the Steiner, well, Roxy Bind. I'm not sure what the name of this one is, but I was liking the positions I was getting with it. So we'll go knight c3. Here, so I don't think I necessarily want to push. Let's just go bishop e2. Probably eventually pushing d3. Looking for maybe queen d2 and that's an interesting one. Okay. Let's go ahead with this. Thinking probably on push just a4. So here pawn push, drop the bishop back. I think I'm a fan of it. And then is there a way for me to Let's go rook c1. I think I'm looking for d4. d4 if pushes d5. Try to open this up a little bit. And I think on d4 I am hitting this pawn twice as well. So maybe c4 is forced in order to protect that pawn. Queen a5 doesn't feel like it really does much. Let's go ahead and castle. Not really concerned about black jumping in here. I do I think I like the prospect of d4, so let's go with it. Go and pre-move here. Not worried about here because my knight protects the queen. Just push anyways. Interesting. Okay. Is there any cheeky way to ignore it? I don't think so. So I think it's just a matter of which move I like more. I could go here, sack 2 pieces for the rook, but probably not a great position. Let's just go knight d1. And then here I was thinking queen e3. I think I'm going to stand by that one. Here we'll take. I don't dislike my position yet. Black can't protect here because the rook hangs. So I'm wondering if black's going to go f5. On f5 I just take, and I think that's losing. I should have some compensation out of this. I think black's up a pawn, but only temporarily. Just drops back, and then we'll take. So here I wonder if there's anything to just taking. Probably not. Let's just hit the knight. Black could jump in here. Doesn't. So here, this should just be losing. Yeah. Maybe black tries to jump in here. I still protect the bishop anyway, so I can even move my queen out of the way. And that one doesn't really even matter. Maybe just queen e4. Let's go with it. Down to 30 seconds on f5, queen c2. Go ahead and pre-move this one. What would I rather take? No, I think we pre-move here. Threaten checkmate if black takes. Let's go queen c2. Maybe not the best move, but trying to think about it too much. Stay up on time here. Take there. Kick the knight. Okay. Queen d3. Pre-move that capture. I'm up a pawn. Okay, drop back here. Oh, that just completely hangs the queen. Yikes. Alright, try to blitz it out. A couple bad blunders. Not great so far. Look to try to get this knight in. Rough. Just take, I guess. Fine with that. All right, you can go and resign this one too. Shoo. Maybe this is what I get for filming late at night. All right, we could just delete the footage, but we'll keep it for integrity's sake. See if we can pull out a win. We'll go probably 2 more games. Go knight c6. I gotta focus up a little bit more on these middle games. I think I've gotten decent positions for the most part in every game, but I'm just not closing it out. G4 might have been a blunder there. White might have had the sack on f7 and then win it back with the queen at the end. But here we'll take. Expecting queen e2. Interesting. So here I think maybe we'll go b5. On knight takes, I'll take with the bishop. And then this should be winning a piece. Because this is not with check, and I am hitting the queen. Probably not a clean win of the piece. Black can always push here. But it doesn't, which is a bit surprising. Worried about? I don't think so. I'll just go ahead and drop back. Probably f4. White's gonna have to start just kind of throwing stuff down the board. We'll go in castle. Is White's queen trapped? I believe so. Yeah. I think that should be game. All right, well, we got one quick win there. Let's see if we can do one more. Oh, okay, if we win this one, we're still a point short of 1,700. Another Sicilian. I think I might stick with this. I don't get the name up here now. I saw something about the Maroxy bind, and I know I've heard of that one. For whatever reason, I didn't think that was this position, but I could be wrong. Let's go ahead and go bishop e2. Okay, black's going aggressive. Don't think I have an issue with taking. We'll go d3. Go ahead and pin the knight. Makes sense. Black does have some pretty weak light squares. I think the challenge is just going to be how to take advantage of that. kind of a waiting move, h3. Probably not very accurate, but here I'm not necessarily opposed to trading. Let's go ahead and get rid of that knight. I can jump my own in. Not opposed to this. Black jumps in. I think because of the weak light squares, I do want to keep my light squared bishop. So I'm going to hang on to that one. And I'm thinking about just bishop f3. Black's got no way to kick this knight out other than trading. I'd be fine with that. I do have really no intention to trade my knight for that bishop. Black moves out of the way anyways, but not really a concern. Let's go ahead and tickle that one. See how black responds. Maybe just like a knight up. He does go here. I didn't like this move. I'm not sure if I had a great way to take advantage of it. Obviously, this becomes a threat, but the rook is defended. I don't necessarily just want to sack the knight for it. Gives me the chance to do a little maneuvering if I want it, but I don't know if I want it right now. Let's just continue to try to open up. We can go a5. Moving the king out of the way, that's fine. Rook e1. Okay, and then white or black does get the rook out. Here I'm thinking maybe just a5 and then on takes. Go rook a4 and start to double up here. Black could eventually try to work the bishop over here to protect, but my knight does cover. So at a minimum I could trade. Here I think I probably just hit the bishop. Then on takes. So now my question is that I feel black is pretty close to losing this bishop. Man, I get so low on time. Okay, so we're threatening b4 here. Hadn't really considered black going d2 straight away. Bishop d2 just because it did seem like the bishop was going to get trapped. And I think they might be realizing that now. I think the only way to protect it is just give up this pawn. Not overly concerned about that move. We'll just drop back. Still threatening b4 because the knight guards. Suppose maybe a3 was a bit more accurate because now black can threaten to take the knight, takes, and then the bishop would be able to take here. I would win a7 at the end. Wow, just sacks. Okay. That doesn't seem like it's gaining much. So the threat is queen there. So I feel like my only option is h2 and then rook it. That's what we're going to try. Queen h4, I think still rook g1. Let's go and push here. Threatening this again. Let's go here, try to cover it. I think think I am so far, but it's a little dicey. 5 seconds left. Ah, moves so slow. Okay, looking to get another check in. Jump back up here. I think I needed to go King G1 there. Well, it says it was mate in 3 anyways. Did I have a better way to defend that? Interesting, it's not. So that sacrifice just works. So it likes my position here and does not like that. And Queen A3 was the only accurate move. That does make sense too. I missed this sacrifice, but then I am able to get my queen into D6 as well and probably cover those squares a little bit more. Okay, well, set of crappy games. We'll go one more. Hopefully end on a better one. E4. Didn't want to play another Sicilian, so glad we got E5. Okay. This is my my go-to always in this opening. And then I go Queen F3. And I get quite a few different responses to this one. So point of this is that the pawn's pinned. I think Bishop D7 is typically a pretty common move here. Here I go Knight E4. Take still doesn't work because I take with check. And then the rook hangs. I wonder here if B4 is a move. B4 if bishop takes, I can just double up here. Drop the bishop back, not bad. It's probably not necessarily the right move. Let's go Knight C3. Westland wants to chat. No, they're sleepy. Me too. Here I'll drop the bishop back. Black can go ahead and castle. Which black does. Here I'll go ahead and defend that knight one more time. Pushes here, not really a big deal. Probably drop the queen back just to get out of the pin. Let's go ahead and hit this pawn again. Just jumps in. Okay. I will take here. Let's go Knight B1. Takes, I'm fine taking it with the pawn. I'm going to pre-move that. And then we'll look for Knight D2. Make use of these squares. Potentially here. So here maybe black's thinking Knight F4. Doesn't seem like a concern. Really don't think it is. Let's go and castle. On Knight F4, I think my response would be Queen G4. Hit the knight. If black wants to push this pawn, get a little crazy, we can do that. Okay. So this is going to open up some pins. We'll just drop the knight back. Let's get this knight in. Rook here would make sense. Would not be concerned with that trade. Let's go and get this rook in the game. Be more than happy to trade there. And black is pushing everything. Okay. Put my knight on a good square again. Probably go knight f3 next, hit the bishop. Don't even know if I want to trade it because it's not doing anything. All right, down to under a minute, so let's move. This pawn's hanging as well. Could always take that pawn first and go knight f3. Let's go ahead and take the free pawn. If rook here, well, so rook there drops to the bishop, actually. I'll just drop the knight right back. I could have gone knight jump in and gotten the trade. Looking at this move now, which feels pretty nice. Let's go ahead and jump this knight in. Defend. Let's take here and then go here. And then probably get this queen into the game somehow. I was going to say I'm expecting this, and then I like queen here. Force the trade. Really no way to get around that one. Knight's going to have to jump. Probably just double up the rooks at that point. I want to take with the rook so I can double up. Interesting. And why doesn't that just hang the rook? Pretty sure it does. And I actually don't even think that, yeah, I was going to say I don't even think that black gets anything in return for it. Let's go here, hit the rook, and the knight. We'll take the knight. Should I hit him with an emoji? We'll say I'm tired too. Here, maybe just rook e5. Okay, stop anything there. Won't give up any easy checkmates. I think that should force a trade. Oh, he said clock. Okay, we can't lose on time. Where's Westland from? Taiwan. Some smack talkers in Taiwan, evidently. Or some smack talk emoji users, at least. Okay. Certainly going to take the queen trade there, hit the bishop, double up, threaten here. Bishop back will just take this pawn, force the trade. Probably just going to take the bishop. Go ahead and simplify. Take again. All right, win an A pawn here. I know that much. Go A3. I'm going to stop that one in its tracks. Yeah, and here we'll just take. Not really even worried about that one. No stalemates. How long should I let time get down? We got one more emoji out of him. All right. Ending on a good win there. That's going to wrap it up. We dropped a few rating points. I think we were 2 for 6 there, which is a little rough, but it's late, so cut me some slack. That'll do it for today. Probably try to play an arena tournament in the next video. Haven't played one of those in a little while. I am also trying loosely. Chess.com added the divisions. Currently number 3. What is it in just 2 days from now? So maybe I'll try and hop on an arena tournament within the next 2 days, film that one. See if we can bump up a division. I think, is there only one above champion? This doesn't say. My division? Advanced to legend. I feel like legend's the highest. But yeah, that'll do it. Maybe get an arena tournament in here soon. But thanks for watching. See you in the next one.